The automobile has changed the social landscape, urban infrastructure, and leisure activities on a global level, and over time has created a new sphere of competitive racing. The temporary exhibition, Automotive Treasures, Selections from the Joel E. Finn Collection of Art and Automobilia at the Revs Institute, explores the enduring impact of the automobile. Joel E. Finn was an award-winning author, race car driver, and a noted motor racing and auto historian. Joel Finn raced for 55 consecutive years at Watkins Glen and on many other tracks around the United States and Europe. He was known for tracking down, acquiring, researching, restoring, and even racing the legendary Mercedes W154 and the Maserati 8CTF. His work and the collection has enabled auto connoisseurs and historians and future collectors to research and understand the significance of the automobile. Within the exhibition, there are 8 thematic sections inviting visitors to engage with automotive history. One of these themes is focused on international racing and motorsports, where pieces examine how far-reaching the world of racing really is. Here, visitors can see a Grand Prix of Cuba poster from 1958. The Cuban Grand Prix was only held 3 times, in 1957, 1958, and 1960. Many of history's prominent drivers participated, such as Juan Manuel Fangio, Maston Gregory, Phil Hill, Sterling Moss, and Carroll Shelby. The races were plagued with accidents and political unrest, and that would ultimately put an end to the Cuban Grand Prix race. Joel Finn wrote the book titled Caribbean Capers, the Cuban Grand Prix Road Races of 1957, 1958, and 1960, and that won the prestigious Nicholas Joseph Cunaut Award for Outstanding Book of 2011 from the Society of Automotive Historians. Also within the World of Racing section is a Monaco Grand Prix poster from 1960. The Monaco Grand Prix was first held in 1929 and is considered by many to be one of the most important and prestigious auto races in the world. Alongside the Indianapolis 500 and the 24 Hours of Le Mans, it forms what's known as the Triple Crown of motorsport. A tight street course with twists and turns, elevation changes, and even a tunnel. There's very little opportunity for overtaking, and it's an extremely difficult circuit to master. And according to some, if the course wasn't already on the Formula One schedule, it wouldn't be allowed today due to safety reasons. The winner of the 1960 Monaco Grand Prix was British racing driver Sterling Moss. As visitors continued throughout the exhibit space, they will also explore road racing in the United States through the lens of the William K. Vanderbilt Jr. Cup Race. Created by 26-year-old William K. Vanderbilt Jr., the race was created to inspire innovation within the United States auto industry. The William K. Vanderbilt Jr. Cup Race was the first major international road race held in the United States. And this early 1908 poster allows us to explore the intriguing story of this American race. Even with some initial opposition, these colorful and dramatic races drew huge crowds and support. It was races like these that influenced the development of the American automobiles and parkways. As time went on, track racing held on board tracks, dirt tracks, as well as Indy racing began to flourish, and in Europe, road racing was popular as ever. And only during World War I and World War II did it suffer. Even as European road racing grew, interest in road racing in the United States began to decline, but that was revived by the Automobile Racing Club of America. The Automobile Racing Club of America was founded in 1933 by Barron Jr., Sam, and C. Miles Collier, along with their friends Thomas Stewart, Allen and Langdon Quimby, George Rand, and Briggs Cunningham. In 1929, the group began racing on the roads at the Collier estate named Overlook in Pocantico Hills, New York. In 1933, Sam and C. Miles Collier raced in the Alpine Trial in Europe, and that inspired them to bring the European style of road racing to the United States. In our section focused on Automobile Racing Club of America, also known as ARCA, we see a racing circuit map from 1934. In the early years, ARCA racing was held at a variety of informal venues, such as the Allen Bemis Estate in Wayland, Massachusetts, which is displayed in the exhibition. With many races held on roads and circuits like that of the Allen Bemis Estate, ARCA found great success. And on October 6, 1940, ARCA held the legendary World Fair Grand Prix in New York. Largely due to World War II, this was ARCA's final race. Reinventing the sport, ARCA revived amateur road racing in the United States. Through this exhibition, the Revs Institute gives a glimpse into not only the collection of Joel Finn, but enables art lovers, automobilia collectors, and auto historians to explore the vast and the varied history of the automobile.